Hello, aspiring virtual assistants. Today I just finished the 90-day VA course, and I just wanted to put together a quick 90-day VA review for you guys to help you decide if it's right for you or not. So in this video, we're going to take a deep dive and cover 3 different things. First, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the course and all the bonuses. Second, I'm going to share with you all my likes and my dislikes of the course. And third, I'm going to explain who this course is best for and who is best to just skip it. Because while it is a very good course, the truth is it's not for everyone. My goal is to give you a brutally honest view of the course here so you can make the best decision for yourself. That said, I am an affiliate for the course, and so if you found this review helpful and do decide that it's right for you, feel free to say thank you by using my link in the description if you like. If you do use my link, stick to the end for an extra bonus that I'll include. Alrighty, this is a ginormous course, so let's get started. Okay, so here we have the main dashboard. You see there's a section for courses, certificates, and achievements. The achievements and certificates just basically track your progress, and when you finish you get a certificate that you can print out or add to your resume or your portfolio or anything like that. But the main part of the course will be in this section here, which is the courses, and within that there's 3 different sections. There's the 90-day main 90-day VA course. There's also the VA starter pack, which is basically another course in itself, and then the members club, which is pretty cool, which I'll show you at the end. So let's start with the 90-day VA course. I'll show you what it looks like here. So this is what the main dashboard looks like, and has all these different modules here. The Start Here module is super helpful. You can tell that there's a lot of thought and organization put into the program so you can get started and up and running as fast as possible. These are really important to kind of set the foundation before you take the course and get yourself organized so you can get through it as fast as possible. And then moving on to the Setting Up module, a lot of these start with these mindset series, because a lot of things that stop new VAs from having success is just mindset problems, and so these are actually like bonus lessons that she throws in here to help people come over any mind blocks that you're having. But after that, you get straight into these foundational VA skills like email management, how to be like a sidekick in your clients' meetings, organizing their inbox, and all of those sorts of things. And so once you learn these easy skills, you can become a VA right away. And these are especially important to know right away because a lot of clients will ask you to do these things. Then moving on to the content repurposing, and this is basically an overview of most of the rest of the course. The course, to me it seemed like kind of a pyramid. You start with like the foundational basic knowledge, and then you slowly get narrow down into like more specific skills and dive deep into each specific skill. So this one is about content repurposing. And that's basically when a client has one piece of content. For example, if they do a Facebook Live video, and then as a VA, your job is to convert it into all these other types of content. For example, YouTube videos or emails or blog posts or ebooks or courses or all sorts of different things. And so this kind of explains what it is, and then later you dive deep into each one into exactly how to do each one. The more of these different content repurposing skills that you know how to do, the more you can charge as a VA, but you really only need to know how to do one of them to get started. So let's look at some of these. For example, this module is how to repurpose content into blog posts with SEO, and so I'll show you what each of these lessons look like. For example, let's go into anatomy of a blog post. So here you have the video, the text, and then up in this section is the homework and download section. And that's really important because the homework of this course ends up turning into your portfolio that you use to land your first clients. And so these videos are a mixture of just slideshow videos. I'm not going to actually get into the video because I don't want to reveal all of her content, but these are, like, this is an example of a slideshow video where she explains more the theoretical high-level knowledge, but then also really useful is let's look at a different one here. For example, walkthrough. So she'll explain the theoretical knowledge, And then this is a whole hour of her literally going from zero, and you get an over-the-shoulder screen share look. Let me show you a second here of exactly what she's doing. She writes an entire blog post explaining what's going through her head during the process. Then she shows you how she does the images for the blog post, and she just goes through every single step of the way so you know what it looks like in real life. Most of these videos are between 10 minutes and an hour or so there's really a ton of content here to learn. Alright, so this video doesn't get too long. I'm just going to kind of blast through here. You can see here the other modules. There's one about social media, there's one all about Instagram, there's one about managing Pinterest, another one about podcast editing and management, also video editing and management, email marketing, and light web management, which is like working in the back end of WordPress. All of these different skills are super valuable to clients. They have high demand, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of these and how they differ from other courses a little bit later in the video. So now let's go back. That's the main course that teaches you the skills that you're going to offer your clients. But then this VA starter pack, it goes into the business side of things, which is actually, I think, where most new VAs struggle, because it's way more intimidating trying to figure out how to land your first client without experience, how to have consultation calls, how to onboard your clients, how to set your pricing and handle insurance and bookkeeping and taxes and all those sorts of things. That stuff is way more intimidating than just learning how to do an Instagram reel or something like that. So this section is really important. It's also super helpful because she lays out the whole process from start to finish. And if you've never done this before, or if you're not confident that you know exactly what you're doing and you kind of feel like you're just faking it, this shows you exactly what it should look like. And sometimes you just don't know what you don't know, and so you could be trying to do this by yourself for the first time, and you might be making mistakes with etiquette or whatever and scaring off clients, and you don't even know it. And so this lays out everything so you know exactly what to expect, and so you don't run into any surprises. So it starts out with setting yourself up for online work success, and it basically explains the process and when you should do each step. One really helpful lesson in this is the application kit and remote resume, which tells you, which shows you and gives you a template how to make an application kit to apply for these VA positions. And normally people apply differently than normal jobs. You don't send in a normal resume to these jobs. And so she explains the whole difference, and there's a template how to make it look really cool so you can just send it off to any client who is interested in your services. Then it goes into different lessons on how to find clients, and here it talks about how to use Instagram, how to network on Facebook, how to network in real life, and those sorts of things. But this is actually only a small section of the finding clients lessons, and I'll show you more in a second. But all of these are very interesting methods that I never would have thought of before, and judging by the Facebook group, which I'll also show you in a second, they tend to work really well. Next up is everything you know about getting paid. From, like, this is an example of from consultation to paid gig. It shows you all the different steps along the way, creating proposals, what software to use, tools to use to get paid. They're super detailed, and they make a huge difference in your business. For example, the ultimate pricing guide for virtual assistants. If you've never done this before and you don't know how to price your services, you might be pricing yourself too low and not taking certain things into consideration when you set your prices, or the way you charge, if you charge by hour or by retainer or by project. And so by knowing these things ahead of time, you can save money and earn more money by getting it right and not messing it up. And that extra money you could be making by charging the right way from the beginning might pay for the cost of the course by itself. So that is the VA starter pack. Now we'll go back to the last section, which is super cool, and that is the Virtual Assistant Internship Members Club. Now, this club, it's important to note that with the course, it's included 6 months of access to this membership club. And after that, if you want to continue with it, it's a monthly fee that you have to pay. But I think if you hustle and you go through the course, I mean, it's called 90-day VA, so you're supposed to be up and running in 90 days anyway. After 6 months, you should be ready to go. You shouldn't need to have to continue subscription if you don't want to. You can, because as you'll see, there's a bunch of valuable stuff in here, but you don't have to. So starting with the membership club, here you have monthly members trainings where she has a different expert come in, sometimes 2 per month, and create these different trainings for you. So you're constantly learning new things, you're staying up to date with the latest content, and you're learning new skills that you can use to charge more. For example, down here is more getting clients lessons, in addition to the lessons in the other VA starter pack. For example, here's just a whole lesson on landing your very first client and tips on doing that. And there's how to land clients through referral marketing, more things about Instagram, using LinkedIn to find clients. And so there's a bunch of different methods to find clients here. And I'd imagine more of these are going to come out as more people start having success in different areas. Also, these advanced skills trainings are a super awesome way to up your income and basically make you irreplaceable as a virtual assistant. Because, I mean, if you think about it, if all you know how to do is organize someone's email inboxes, it's pretty easy to replace you. And if you ever wanted to ask for a raise, why would anyone pay you more to organize their inbox when there's thousands of other virtual assistants who are willing to do it for less? But if you knew how to organize their inbox, and you knew how to manage their podcast, and you knew how to set up automated email sequences for them, and you knew how to repurpose their content into online courses that they could sell, then you become an irreplaceable superstar as a VA, and you can charge way more. Also, it's kind of off topic here, but as I was watching these, it kind of hit me just how cool the VA career path is, just because there's so much different room for growth. For example, in one of these membership training videos, there was a girl, some Instagram superstar girl teaching Instagram, and she told her story how she started as just a normal, basic general admin VA doing the basic work, and she slowly moved into managing Instagram accounts for her clients. As she did that, she became an expert in Instagram, and eventually she branched off and started a whole nother business as an Instagram coach, creating her own online courses and everything. And so as a VA, you're not just going to be stuck organizing inboxes for the rest of your life. You can move in whatever direction interests you. Then you become an expert in that area, and then even more business opportunities open up. Anyways, on to the review. Next, there's all these different extra monthly trainings that come out every month. Then down here you have the unapologetically ambitious blueprints, and that's just basically a quarterly report that has links to different resources all over the web and different trainings, and that keeps you up to date with different skills and different things in the virtual assistant industry, and so you know that you're always up to date with everything. Now, the members club also includes the Facebook group, which is over here, and I'm not going to actually go into the Facebook group because just for privacy reasons, but you can see it's super active. Like here it has 19 new posts just today, and there's 1,400 members in here. And so you can go into this Facebook group and ask questions if you have any doubts or have any problems. You can share your wins. Another really cool thing is you can go here to find accountability partners, and she has it set up. For example, as you're going through the course and doing the homework, you're building your portfolio, and this is the portfolio that you're going to be using to show your clients, to show them that you know what you're doing and to convince them to hire you. But if you're the only person that's looking at your portfolio, you don't know if it's actually good or not, so you want to get people to review it. So she has different threads here in the Facebook group where you can post your portfolio pieces for people to review. And when you post it, you should go in and review like 2 other people's and help them with their portfolio. So everybody's helping each other, and everyone gets a second set of eyes on their portfolio to make sure it's actually up to par and something that will be attractive to clients. Also in this Facebook group and in a newsletter that they send out over 60 members-only job opportunities for virtual assistants and virtual assistant type jobs each month. And as I was reading through this Facebook group and the people's wins and people talking about getting their first clients and everything, a lot of people are getting their first jobs from these member-only opportunities. And so if you're struggling to get your first job, this will be super helpful for you. Lastly, apart from the support in the Facebook group, they have 2 monthly question and answer calls, live calls where you can go if you have any questions or doubts about your business. You can get more personal attention from their team. Also, they have 2, they call it Get Shiz Done calls per month, and these are basically co-working calls where you go on and you work with each other and keep each other accountable. And normally when you're on these calls, you can get way more work done just because when everyone's working together, you have motivation to knock out your work and not be looking at, Instagram on your phone all the time. And so those are also pretty cool for a community aspect as well. Alrighty, now for the moment you've been waiting for, my likes and dislikes of the course. Let's start with my likes. I love the fact that she fixes the no experience problem that most new VAs have, and they feel like they can't apply into jobs because they don't have any experience. But how can they get experience if they've never been hired? And she basically fixes this because the homework assignments act as your portfolio, and it's not just fake experience either, because for example on the blog post lesson, she gives you the opportunity to post your blog post on her blog so you can actually show clients that I did this on the web and it's live and it's not just like some fake PDF that you put together by yourself. Next, I like that they teach unique skills that a lot of these other VA training courses don't teach. For example, the podcast management and basic video editing trainings. Those you don't really find in other VA courses, and those will set you apart from other VAs because you can offer a valuable skill that all these other VAs aren't offering. Plus, podcasts and videos are exploding right now, and so there's tons of different opportunities for those types of jobs. I also like the new monthly videos that come out every month, so you know you're always getting fresh, up-to-date content. Some other courses haven't been updated in years, so you don't know if it actually still works or not. Next, I like the over-the-shoulder videos. It's not just all theoretical. They actually show you step by step exactly how to do each thing. So when you land your first clients, you should know exactly what you have to do. The other thing I like is she offers a pretty fair guarantee. She lets you try out the course for 14 days to decide if it's right for you or not. The catch here is you actually have to try, and you have to do a couple of the modules and some of the homework. I can't remember the exact specifics, but you have to actually do some things to show that you actually tried it and that it's not for you. You can't just buy it and never open it and then ask for a refund. But then again, why would you even buy something if you don't ever plan on opening it? And the last thing is she's just a fun person. There's some other courses where the presenter is just dry and the content is boring, but she has a super bubbly and energetic personality, which makes going through the course a lot more fun. Okay, now on to my dislikes. My first dislike is that it lacks summaries. Some of these videos are super duper long, and so if you're not scribbling away notes the entire time and you forget something and want to find it in a video, you have to watch the whole video again, which can be a huge pain. And so I think it would be helpful if, at the very least, if she provided downloads of the slides that she used. That would help a little bit, but sometimes she says things that aren't in the slides, and so it'd be even more helpful if she included some sort of text summaries or at least timestamps where you can find the different sections of the video. Because if you imagine if you're watching a video for 1 hour and you want to find one thing that she said and you didn't take notes, you're out of luck. Next is updates. Now I want to start by saying 99% of the videos seem super up to date with me and recent, especially since new content is coming out every month. But there was one video in particular that I noticed could probably use a revamp. That was the video, let me think, about tools to get paid, where it talked about PayPal and Pioneer and all those different things. And you could tell that that video was a little bit old. One, because they use the word TransferWise for a company, and that's not even the name of the company anymore. It's called Wise now. And I think some of the things that she mentioned in that video may not be exactly true anymore. Nothing life or death or anything like that. But that video in particular probably could use an update. And the third thing that I think could be improved about the course is sounds kind of weird, but I missed her face. At the beginning, she has a lot of videos where she's talking in front of the camera, but in the slideshow videos, especially the longer slideshow videos, I think it's more engaging when you're able to see the person that's talking to, even if their face is just in the corner of the screen or something. Because if you're watching a slideshow and just listening to her talk for a long time, you might start to zone out or something like that. And so if she were to show her pretty face in all of the videos, that would make the videos a bit more entertaining. So while I think the course is super helpful, it's definitely not for everyone. First, it's not for anyone who doesn't have at least a decent grasp of English. You don't have to be a fluent or native English speaker by any means. She has many students who are from other countries who aren't native English speakers, but you at least have to have a decent grasp of the language. Second, it's not for anyone who doesn't actually have the time to go through the course. She estimates that you should probably dedicate 5 hours per week for the 90 days. You can obviously, if you have more time on your hands, you can get through the course faster. You could also go slower if you're super busy, but you should at least be ready to start right when you buy the course so that you can try it out and know if you want to ask for the 14-day refund or not. But if you buy the course and then you don't open it for 2 months, then decide that you don't want it anymore, then you're out of luck. And lastly, it's not for people who think that they can just watch the videos in this course and magically become a high-paid VA without actually doing hard work or hustling or anything like that. This requires work, just like starting any business, and you have to be ready for that up front. The people who are really going to benefit from this course are brand new VAs who want to get up and running and start earning as fast as possible, current VAs who just don't feel quite legit yet and aren't earning as much as they'd like to, and lastly, it's also mostly targeted at women. That said, if you're a man and you don't mind cutesy pastel colors, bucket loads of emojis, and being called girly, then this could work for you too. Lastly, I just want to mention, if all this sounds interesting and you don't feel quite ready to commit 100% to this, she also has a free VA course, and I'll link to that below. That's a good way to get your toes wet and help you decide if this is actually what you want to do or not. So I definitely recommend checking that out. I hope this sneak peek video helped you decide if the course is right for you or not. If you decide to give it a go and you purchase through the link in the description, forward me a copy of your receipt and I'll send you a free copy of my Work From Anywhere toolkit, which is a toolkit that's jam-packed with free and super cheap tools that you can use to run your online business while you travel the world. My friends, I hope you found this video useful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.